Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of Glorious Life on Wheels. You know, the video I'm doing today is probably the most important video I've ever done in the 4 years I've been on YouTube. And it's a video, the topic of which I never, ever imagined I would have to be doing. But this is really important, and we need to be getting prepared for what may be coming up. I believe that following these elections that are going to occur in November, we may have some major, and I mean major, unrest in this country, and we need to be getting prepared, especially those of you who are living as nomads in campers, RVs, vans, and traveling the country, having to find somewhere to park every night. But come on, and I'm going to share with you what I think we need to be doing to prepare now. Not in November, but right now. I've been thinking about this matter for a long time and have been concerned about it. And recent events and some of the really hateful rhetoric on both sides that's been coming out has me more concerned. And recently, a video came across my feed from a couple called the RV Odd Couple, and they shared some information that just made me decide, you know what, I have to make this video and I need to share these concerns with my viewers. I know there are going to be folks out there who are saying, I'm just fear-mongering, and they may even make videos about it. But I've never done videos based on what other people think. I've done videos based on what my conscience tells me to do and what I think is needed and what is helpful for my viewers. The RV Odd Couple is a couple who were RVers full-time for several years, and then they bought a campground in Alabama, which they are developing. In the video I just watched from the RV Odd Couple, they were expressing their concern about what may happen and unrest that may occur after the elections in November. They also shared something that I think is very telling. They said that their long-term camping reservations for their campground have gone up dramatically. And being that they're in the industry, they keep up with what's happening with other campgrounds, and this is a trend that is happening across the board with other campgrounds also. In other words, people are concerned about having somewhere to park, and they're making long-term reservations. If you recall, during the pandemic, what happened? People who were nomads and full-time RVers were scrambling for places to park and camp. There were campgrounds that were refusing to take additional people in. A lot of BLM lands closed, if I remember correctly. Also, if I'm not mistaken, National Forest and some other national camping spots closed down. A lot of nomads bought property during that time, bought small parcels of land, so should any other emergency or crisis occur, they would have somewhere to park. And I believe we may see similar situations occurring where RVers and full-time nomads are having a problem finding somewhere not just to park, but somewhere safe to park. My first tip is for nomads. If you can at all, I would strongly urge you to avoid camping or parking in large urban areas or large cities right after the election or even the day before the election, particularly Washington, D.C. I would not be anywhere around or near Washington, D.C. after the election. If you know someone who has a driveway that they'll let you park in, I would suggest contacting them now and making arrangements to be able to park in their driveway for an extended period of time until we can see how things are going to shake out after the election. Again, I would not park in major cities like Philadelphia, well, hardly anyone's parking in San Francisco because your car will get broken into, but Chicago or any other large cities, even smaller cities like Dayton or St. Louis, I would not park in larger cities following the election, at least till you see how things are going to happen. You can go into Overlander and find places. Also, Hip Camp sometimes has very inexpensive camping sites. And if you stay for an extended period of time, they may give you a reduction. Also, if you're planning on going, say, to Quartzsite, maybe, make arrangements now to stay at a campground. If you do a 6-month stay, it's really considerably less expensive. Or if you're planning to get the long term for 6 or 7 months, I would say go ahead and get it now. And even if you don't go until, say, November, I would go ahead and make arrangements now to get your long-term camping pass for Quartzsite. Second thing, and this is particularly for solo female RVers and nomads, try and get a tribe to camp with. Some of you are probably saying, well, you know what, I don't know anyone to camp with. I would suggest one way to meet other people is to go to some meetups. You'll meet some great people, and you very well may meet other people who you can camp with, who are going in the same direction as you are. And I would check also with HOWA, that's Home on Wheels Alliance, to see if they're going to have any caravans. But I would strongly urge that if you can avoid it, keep from camping alone. Whether you're living in sticks and bricks or traveling as a nomad, I'm urging you to get enough food supplies to last for at least a month. For you that are in vans or RVs, you can get stable or shelf-stable rather items such as beans, rice, pasta, noodles, canned goods, but I would strongly urge you to have enough food and supplies, butane, if you cook with butane or whatever you use to cook with, to last for at least a month. Additionally, I would suggest you have enough water to last for a month. And I'm going to do a video on water, but I would really encourage you, because you can't live without water. So have a way that you can either carry enough water, or if you have to filter your water to drink water you might not otherwise drink, that you have a way to do that. Same thought regarding medication. I'm urging everyone to have at least an extra month, and that's the minimum amount, an extra month of medications that you really need, such as high blood pressure, medications for your heart, anything that helps to keep you alive, have an extra month of that medication. I also encourage you to have some way to protect yourself. At the very least, have bear spray or pepper spray. I prefer bear spray to pepper spray actually, but a shrill, loud whistle. I personally have enhanced protection, if you know what I mean. But if you're not comfortable with that, at least have something that could give you a fighting chance to get away if you need to. I also strongly advise against parking somewhere that you don't have a phone signal. I would absolutely not park somewhere where I couldn't call for help if I needed help. I don't even like doing that normally during regular times, but especially following the election, I'm strongly encouraging you to park somewhere only if you have a signal there and you can call out for help. I knew before airing this video that I was probably and will probably get a lot of flack. In fact, I preempted the video that I planned to air today and hurried up and made this video because I think it's so important. And I don't care about getting flack. I don't care about people saying I'm fear-mongering. You know what I care about? I care about you, and I care about your safety, and that you're prepared in case this train goes off the tracks. I pray that will not happen. I pray we will have whoever is elected, we will have smooth operating and a smooth transition. And we won't be like some banana republic, but there is a possibility. And I just want each and every one of you to be safe and sound and have what you need to last if you need it. But let me know in the comments what you think. And also in the comments, let me know if you have any other suggestions on things that in a crisis are necessary and that would be needed. All right, till next time, and hopefully very soon I'll be back to my regular programming and be able to air the video that I had planned to air today. I love each and every one of you, and may your journeys be filled with joy and blessings, but most of all, may they be safe.